Okay. You have line X, you have line Y, and you'll have line T. X and Y are parallel. And line T is called a transversal. All right, so this is parallel lines. The line that cuts across them is a transversal. All right, now I'm gonna zoom a little bit out. If you notice, this and this are the same measure, this and this are the same measure. We know a line adds up to 180, so we know F and H must add to 180. Okay, that also means that F and D should add to 180. Okay, if they're in the same position, like D and H are in the same position, B and F are in the same position, A and E are in the same position. Those are called corresponding angles, so they're matching corners. All right, so my example is A and E. All right, they are the same, okay? Vertical angles are angles that are across the diagonal from each other. So there are pairs of opposite angles formed by intersecting lines. So G and F. They have the same measure. I'm going to keep getting smaller so that we can see them. Linear pair are beside each other. B and D, F and H, E and F. And they add to 180. All right, alternate interior. So that means they're on opposite sides of the transversal and they're between the lines, interior. So C and F are alternate interior, D and E are alternate interior. So they're inside the parallel lines and on opposite sides of the transversal. They are the same measure. Alternate exterior are on the outside lines on opposite sides of the transversal. So A and H or B and G. Right? Same side interior. So they're between the lines, they're on the same side. So D and F or C and E. So inside and on the same side of the transversal. And they are add to 180, supplementary. All right. Same side exterior angles. They are on the same side of the transversal and they are outside of the parallels. So A and G or B and H. Make it wide again, and I'm gonna go to the top of the next page. All right, so if I have parallel lines and transversals, I'm either gonna have 75 or 180 minus 75. And 180 minus 75 is 105. So this measure right here would be 105. The ones across from each other would be the same. So this would be 75, this would be 105. All right, if they're in corresponding positions, they're the same. So this one would be 75, and then this across from it would be 75, which makes these 105 and 105. We got 180 minus 75 gave us the 105. That's where we got it from. So you have two things you can either be. You can either be congruent, which means the same angle measure, or supplementary. Supplementary is how you spell it. Supplementary. They are adding to 180. All right, now we're going to use this guy right here to find angle measures. So they're saying angle 2 is 55, which means angle 3 across from it is 55. Now I need to give a reason, and if they're across from each other, they are vertical angles. So go to angle 7. 7 is in the corresponding position to 3, or 7 is an alternate exterior angle to 2, but it's also 55 degrees. All right, so let's look at the next drawing. They're saying angle 5 is 102. All right, and they want to know angle 4. Well, alternate interior angles are congruent, so this is 102. That's an R. So they're between the two lines on opposite sides of the transversal. So angle 1 is one of two things. It's either a corresponding angle to 5 or it's a vertical angle to 4. You could say either one. But I'm going to go with corresponding because we started with angle 5. All right, now we're going to continue using the picture 3 and 4. And we're going to decide if these things are true or false. So 2 and 8 are alternate, no, same side exterior. So that one is false. 3 and 5 are on the same side interior. That means that they are supplementary. 1 and 8 are alternate interior. No, they're alternate exterior. They're giving us lots of falsies. All right, 5 and 8 are vertical. That is true. They're across the diagonal from each other. 1 and 7 are on the same side and they're on the outside, so exterior. Do they add to 180? Yes. There we go. That's what you're doing today. When you look at this page right here, you're using that to solve these kind of problems. I would like you to use the terminology correctly. You're going to practice the terminology here by putting the correct ones. Like A is on opposite sides, so they're alternate. Outside, so they're exterior, so that would be alternate exterior. Alternate exterior would go right there. Okay, use all of them, I think. I'm gonna save that one and I'll load it on your Canvas page. And then I wanna look at 141 and 142. Okay, corresponding angles. They want every pair of corresponding angles. So 7 and 2. Oops, I didn't turn the draw feature on. 6 and 3. 8 and 1. And 5 and 4. That means they're in the same position around the center circle. Analyze 1 and 6 and 2 and 5. 1 and 6 are alternate on opposite sides between, so interior. All right, they are not outside. They are inside. 2 and 5 are alternate interior. They're on opposite sides. So they're alternate interior angles. All right, so the alternate exterior angles would be on opposite sides but outside the line. So 7 and 4 and 8 and 3. Same side, interior angles, same side, exterior. So same side, interior. So same side between is 5 and 1 and 6 and 2. Exterior, same side, 8 and 4 and 3 and 7. All right, that's your notes. Behave, please.